lie to you guys. I want y'all to understand something. Barry sold this to somebody. Look at this welding job. First of all, you don't want to run your welder off an extension cord like this. I mean, anybody that is a welder will know this.
Hi guys, welcome back to Emerson Garage. We've got the enclosed trailer, and it was a huge extension cord, but it has to be extension cord for a welder.
Yeah.
We got the welder.
Not one like this.
Weld this brace back on.
And the welder don't get the voltage it needs, so it's not going to get the penetration. Plus, it's hard on your welder.
We moved it with the quad from its grave right there, and the quad was up on the hill, so we got more grass to cut now. We pushed the blaster back, the race quad, and we hooked it up right over here. Now this has got a
chicks racing quad
trailer ball on the quad, and the trailer is 1.7 inches, so they quite don't want to hook up. Matter of fact, they don't want to stay on there. So, but we got it up, we got it on there, we got it over here. It was a pain in the butt, but we made it. And then we took the welder off of the other cart. You know, we don't have anybody here, you know.
Nobody does, Barry. Nobody does.
You know, we don't have like Hot Rod Garage and people, you know, running the camera, and people doing all the work for us. You know, we got to shoot you.
See?
You know, the things you see. We don't edit it, you see it live.
That's all you've done this year is hire people to do your work.
So
what do you mean?
We
talk about is people come to do your work for you.
Pulled out the welder off the big cart my son bought me last year. We unhooked everything, carried each part out to the old cart, the original cart. That's the new cart my son bought me. I just love that cart. And we could turn the lights off in the garage now, save power. Because we don't even need the, we got a separate cord that runs, this orange one here, that runs to the blue one. And it goes in and it's plugged into a wall outlet that's hot all the time.
It should be hot all the time.
We don't have to,
all wall plugs are usually hot all the time, dumbass. I mean, what are you talking about?
The welder does have probably a 10 amp or a 20 amp breaker. It's on probably 20 amp breaker.
Fucking talking about.
And we want to show some of the stuff when we first moved in here.
Hang on.
He has no knowledge about anything. He has enough knowledge to try to talk about something and it looks stupid.
Damn. Barry's about to show you guys pictures of a couple little girls from the previous owner. Dad, would you keep pictures of somebody else's kids help paint on your wall?
If they didn't want them, no, I throw them away. And then he acts like he know this dude. He didn't know this dude. He didn't even deal with any of this. His brother and mom did. His brother found a place his mom and dad paid for it and dealt with all the shit. Barry didn't deal with any of it.
But this is creepy as fuck, right? To have pictures of little girls that you don't know that aren't your own kids.
He's a creepy motherfucker no matter what.
There's a picture here on the wall of this man's daughter with a baby deer. And there's another picture of this man that owned this house before us. Timmy Strong. He owned this house.
Little girls.
And it was him and his
knowing what you know about him.
Knowing what you know about him, how do you feel about that?
With him, he was separated from his wife at the time. Got back with her and then he moved back in. And here's some more pictures of the deers. And it was all done right here. There's another picture of him and his daughter with a deer. Might be another picture there. That's him. That's the guy we bought the house from. That's Timmy Strong in his underwear on the property. And you're going to laugh, but I find myself sometimes out here on the property in my underwear and my whitey tighties. That's Timmy Strong. That's the guy we bought the house from.
Good way to become a fucking orange dot, Barry.
And there's some other pictures of his baby here. And this was his garage. There's a picture of his Oldsmobile he was working on right there. He had a Chevy motor in it, I think, maybe. Yeah, Chevy motor looks like. But he was really good with carburetors. That's my Virago.
How the fuck?
My Virgo, Spirit of Virgo.
He's good with.
You don't know the craftsman.
I mean, you don't know anything about him.
Virgo means you'll find out.
It's your fucking Barry.
But that's just some of the history of the house. This is where the house came from. This guy owned it right here.
You're an idiot.
Timmy Strong, there he is in his underwear, everybody. For you under 18, you might want to turn your head. He's in his underwear. But he was a pretty cool guy. He really was cool to us. We liked Timmy Strong. We appreciate everything he did for us. Working with my family.
Exactly.
My mom and dad bought this great
you never dealt with him.
house that I just love so much. I live here.
You probably never had a conversation with the guy.
I had no, reason to go anywhere else. This house is bought and paid for.
By your mom.
The garage, all the property out there, the running creek, the wildlife, everything that's here is just something I really enjoy here. I love it here. I would like to get another place, but I want to keep this one. You know, I'm not going to sell this property.
No, you're going to be a property investment guru.
Like I said,
And I want to be a millionaire, Barry.
That's my plan anyways. I'm going to live here until I die. Then my son will just, I don't know, he'll just have to dig a hole, bury me. Yeah. I don't know what my boy.
Oh, he's a lazy fucker.
I won't be here. I don't want
Again,
to.
you don't mention your daughter.
Check out that. Anybody getting a wheelie? I set it up on a jack.
Say that name, by the way.
No, I want to find out first. I don't want to say it if it's his niece or something like that. I'm going to find out first. If I find out that's his daughter's name, then I'll say it.
Hey, Barry,
I'm not going to say it until I know.
Barry, you're 61, right? Shouldn't you be you know you're not destined for this planet much longer. Shouldn't you be discussing that with your son? What you want done, how you want it done?
This is Barry's end. Barry's gonna get cremated because unless he's already set up a funeral, Ryan, I can't see his brother and sister coming in and kicking in for it. But unless they kick in for it, here's Barry's last final remains is what's gonna happen. Barry's gonna get cremated. They may have a small service, depending on how Ryan's credit is at that time. But as far as buying a cemetery plot, putting him in the ground, getting a stone, no, you're talking $20,000, and Ryan ain't about that. You know what I mean?
Hey, Barry, because every one of my loved ones I've discussed this with, so I know how, and it'll be followed to a T. I think that's something you should discuss with your loved ones, your kids, your grandkids.
Now, if Barry's got some kind of life insurance that nobody knows about or something besides him and Ryan, then maybe you'll have a regular funeral and shit.
Who the fuck's gonna come to it?
He's destined to go. He's destined for the coroner to come out to that house, drag him out of there, fucking take him down there and cremate his ass.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine them having to guide that fucking?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there is. It's just.
Can you imagine having to guide a gurney to that house? Pick up either one of the two.
Well, they're gonna go from the fucking chair and act like he sleeps in his bedroom. You know what I mean?
Even that's gonna be a trick, though. You've seen how much shit's piled up unless they go through the sliding door.
Maybe they'll get lucky and he'll have like a heart attack
And
down
it's
the fucking stairs and be in the
course,
basement.
always
They can
keep
just take him out the
plugged
basement
in.
and carry him out.
We got to still replace a couple little.
It's gonna turn into the basement
terminals,
hotel when he
wire
dies.
ends
I'm telling you, Ryan will just
on
keep
on
that
off
around.
switch. And I don't know how long this film's gonna run today. We don't have a lot of.
Listen to this shit.
That's the weed eater he brags about. That is an old ass weed eater. Look at the collars.
Data on this phone, so it's probably going to cut out. If it does, I apologize, but that'll be the end of the film. That'll be the end of the video when it quits. I was supposed to go to my friend Grove Street's house and work on his truck. That'll be tomorrow. I planned on doing it tonight, but I realized I didn't have one phone was completely out of data. Well, there's so many films, so many videos I made.
Data has nothing to do with memory, dude. Data has to do whether your
Storage.
phone works or not, dude.
Storage, Barry, is what you mean to say.
Yeah, I mean, he's an idiot. Data has to do with the internet and all that shit. I mean, so what he's saying is he didn't have no
The phone is
data.
just, he can't make any more videos.
He's an idiot.
So I'm going to have to get my son over here tonight. He comes in tonight, and he's going to hopefully get that all fixed up, ready to go on that. We got our wire wheel tool out here because we're going to have to do a little cleaning on that bracket. This bracket here pulled away.
Running the wood off
From
a
the frame.
100-foot regular switch cord.
So I'm going to try to jack it up and then weld it. That's the plan. So I'm going to try to keep it with me as long as I can.
You gross bastard.
I got my apparatus out
And
here
plug your nose. How about that? I mean,
to
jeez.
help this.
Stop snorting that coke.
Give me some more cord.
Yeah.
Need some more
a 100-foot
cord for
extension
the,
cord, dude. Look at that. It's a regular extension cord, man.
Wire wheel.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We already got
he
it
could have the right shit and still wouldn't weld with the fuck.
And we check to see if it.
Just like you gotta let it cool to make sure it sticks.
Smart man.
You guys don't have a welder? I highly recommend a Miller. This is a
He
magnetic.
lies when he
135.
says what he paid for this. He lies to his fucking
Miller?
teeth, dude. Listen to this.
Miller-Matic. I call it magnetic. It's Miller-Matic. I'd highly recommend a Miller. This is a little 110, but it's a bigger 110.
It's a,
They sell
it's a
140,
135,
I think,
asshole. Anybody knows about welders knows what the fuck that
But
is.
we really like this little one. My great friend Rondo, the famous Rondo, Ronnie Caldwell, my buddy Rondo.
You fucked him. If he gave you $500 a night, you fucked him.
And we had $1,000 in this welder. Time we bought the welder and the cart and the tank.
Folks, it's a $500 welder.
We split it 500 apiece.
Well,
We
with
bought
the
the
tank,
welder, and then I
because
bought
that's a
them
toll
out
tank,
later.
so he had a contract.
And
He's
now
got a
it's my
contract on the
welder,
tank.
my welder.
So with the
My
tank, yeah, he's
welder,
probably
my
got a
son had
grand.
it completely overhauled here a couple of years ago
Driver
when I
track.
plugged it into an outlet.
But the welder
It was
itself,
supposed to be
$600,
110, had a 110
seven tops.
receptacle, and it was 220.
There's one on eBay right
And
now
when
for
I hooked
500
it up,
bucks.
man, that water was welding like a son of a bitch, guys. And then all of a sudden, it blew apart. Smoke started roaring out of the back of the welder. And a guy had put a 110 socket into a 220 electric. So yeah, I knew it
What?
was 220. I told him, oh no, he said that's 110. And he believed somebody. Don't believe people.
Oh, he
you
just
know.
said it was 110.
Go buy
Yeah, I
your
thought he
own,
said the welder
you
was
know, see your
220,
pants.
but the guy, I don't
You know,
understand what he just
don't
said.
trust
But
people because
He said that
They'll end
you
up
put
getting
a
hurt,
220 plug
getting
or a
killed,
120 plug on a
you know,
220. welder.
ruining a $1,000 welder. It ended up costing.
you can't hook a 110 plug up to a 220 wire.
What he said,
You
he
can't
said.
do
They
it. Unless you
put on
unless you
it,
use
ground
one side of
put
it,
on
I still don't know how you do it.
A new fan, they rebuilt, put a rectifier or whatever inside it. They rebuilt the whole.
You can't put a regular plug
See,
in,
that's
a 110
110,
plug on a
And
220
you
wire.
believe
You can't do
somebody.
it.
Don't,
I mean, he's a fucking
man,
idiot.
that water was welding like a son of a bitch, guys. And then all of a sudden, it blew apart. Smoke started roaring out of the back of the welder. And a guy had put a 110 socket into a 220 electric.
You're full of
So,
shit.
yeah.
You
I
shit
knew
if
it
you
was
fucking
220.
you gotta go.
Oh,
You
no,
are
he
out of
said
your
that's
fucking
110.
mind,
And
Barry.
you believe somebody.
He's a fucking
Don't
retard. That's what I was
believe
telling you what
people,
he's
know.
saying.
Go buy your own, see to your pants.
How are you gonna
Yeah,
do
don't-
that when a
don't
regular
trust
plug-in
people.
has a positive and a ground? 220 has two
Get you
positives
killed,
and one
ruining
positive.
$1,000
How the fuck you
welder.
gonna?
It ended
How,
up
you're
costing
so stupid.
I had
Jesus Christ, man.
no power mid-
Listen, if they would have hooked
put on
a
it, ground put
220
on it,
something plug up a
new
wire
fan,
to
they
a
rebuilt,
110
put a
socket,
rectifier or whatever inside
the
it,
minute you hit the record, it went because you'd be grounding out the other fucking side of the
That's what a
circuit.
new welder would cost.
You're
So we just had to
liar.
rebuild instead of trying to
Fuck, man.
buy a new one.
I love this
Here you
shit.
go. We're gonna
Listen,
put you on
folks,
that
buy
brass,
an
hopefully
ESOB.
You'll stay.
They're expensive,
I
but
got
they're
your
good
high
welding.
up. I should have kept you low.
Nothing wrong with Miller,
Buddy
man.
Robbie told
Or
me to.
Hobart or Lincoln or.
I'm low, babe. And so I got your high. And I don't know why I did that. After my buddy said, put them low, I didn't want it to go around my belly. This apparatus goes around my neck, and then I can adjust it as far as level, as far as how high I want it to ride on my chest. And so I adjusted it really high.
Look at this shit. Watch this, folks.
We're going to try to turn it. You can see what we're doing.
You ain't no man, Barry. You still got the dart on your shoulder, pussy. Yeah.
It's okay, Barry. We know you don't like to explode in your face.
Fucking idiot. 220 wire and 110. You're a full of shit. All the shit I've heard this fool say, that's about the most asinine retarded. Look at that shit.
That looks clean, folks.
Look at that rust and shit, folks. I mean,
Yeah.
Barry, can you do one job right?
no, I mean, no, you can't. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
as far
not
as we're
gonna
going.
weld. You're not gonna get no penetration. I mean,
You get
he
some
made
weight in
he
there or
fucking rigged this shit up and sold it to somebody.
Push up on it
It's
or
gonna pull
something.
down the road and it's gonna break.
Doing that. I don't like that cap. It is what it is, people. So
Smack it with a hammer and it breaks.
we're going to try to weld it.
No, Barry, it's
People
not. It
think
is
we
what it
have
is.
a
You could have got a
equipment
ratchet
here
strap out and wrapped it around it and
Do
pulled
this
it up
kind of
tight.
work.
There's
Let
a
me
hundred
tell you,
fucking
I've
things
been
you could
doing
have
this
done.
for 40 plus years. I was a school bus mechanic.
You was a
maintained
school
fleet of
bus
school buses,
maintenancer,
about
bud.
82
Not a
school
mechanic.
buses.
Keep the shit straight. You
I
wasn't
can
changing engines and transmissions. You wasn't doing none of that shit. They farm that shit out. Most buses are newer buses, and they come with warranties from the fucking place. So a motor goes out, they farm it out. Just like, man, my father-in-law, one of my father-in-laws works for the fucking city bus garage. Has for
My
years.
uncle did before he died.
They don't change motors and trains, folks. He makes it sound like he was out here diagnosing big school buses, pulling out big old diesels. He was not doing nothing like that.
My uncle.
They maintain the buses. That's what they do.
My uncle.
They might do brakes and shit on them. Maybe.
My uncle, before he died of cancer, he was a school bus mechanic, but
Right.
for the city of Terre Haute. So you don't. That's not a hard job. You maintenance them, like Dad said.
Keep them clean. You fucking, change the oil, change the fluid, shit like that. He wasn't in there changing motors and shit.
And if I can't fix it, then I got friends that can help me fix it. So
You better call your
I'll
fucking
get it
friends
fixed.
because you can't get the job done right.
And
Like
I'm
everything
not
else in life,
fixing
from having to fight people,
Or
he
about
has to call his friends in for that shit.
If I got my mind and hankering sick, want something fixed,
And jump a
It's gonna
motherfucker. You
get
can't even
fixed.
fight a motherfucker one-on-one.
That's
He's
all
always
it's
got to
doing.
bring a buddy in to jump it. Hence why when he's going to No Names, he had to bring a buddy. Hence why when he
Well,
came to the pumpkin run or the spring run the
you
grass,
gotta
he
turn
brought a
on the
buddy.
gas, you gotta have Oregon with
Because
the guy.
Barry's never been man enough to do
That's
any
Oregon.
fucking thing on his own in his
Barry-
whole life.
George had my
It
son
doesn't
here, I
have
had
to be
him
ours.
stand in
There's
his
different
box.
gases you can use, bud.
Try to give me
I can't
some
think
weight.
off the top of my head, but
On the box. So.
He's a bitch.
check this out, dude. I cannot believe he's welding
Got a
this up
torque
like
out
this.
here
Listen to
that's
how this
not
welder
laying
sounds,
with
man.
And we're gonna lay back
That's a
down
high dollar welder. When you turn it on, the fan
Turn it
automatically comes
sideways,
on.
Will.
That's how you know it's a high dollar
here. You
miller.
get to catch the
It was a real high dollar miller. When you hit that switch, you wouldn't hear shit until you hit that torch.
Nope.
Look at that shit. And you can see, plain as day, now it's up close, somebody else, he's done tried to weld it once, and look at the weld all broke, man. I mean,
Look at this shit.
this fool welds his lead to the fucking, he literally crosses his lead and his torch together. You don't ever want to do that, folks.
And listen.
Don't never hit your fucking ground with the positive, man.
And listen, if you're doing something big like this, you need to move the torch a little bit at a time. Like kind of just over your hand, just you want it to sink in. You don't want to just tack it in place. You don't want to hold it in one spot.
You move your hand.
Yeah.
A slow back and forth.
Yeah.
Push it in. Push it out. Feather it in. feather
Picture
it out,
trying to
feather
make
it in,
little
feather
tiny
it out.
C's.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do.
Or a circle, little tiny circles. You know what I mean? A little tiny circle's fine too. You know.
This is heavy still. This ain't fucking sheet metal.
No, trying to weld this right here, it should sound like bacon. It should
Yeah.
sound like bacon frying.
You shouldn't hear that
You
wire.
need to turn the welder
You
up.
sitting here at stuttering and all that shit. I mean, he don't get one solid tack on this, man. Listen to that. That's breaking up. It should sound like your mom or your grandma or your wife or somebody in there fucking frying bacon in the pan. It should be smooth sizzling. And if it's not, then it's not penetrating. You're wasting your time.
I think it'd be funny if that fucking welder bit him right now.
I mean, I'm not no professional welder. I don't want to even act like I am, but this is straight up just dangerous hack shit.
I worked fucking through the school for Rose Holman as
Look
a
at
welder.
that shit.
So, and that's what the way they taught me is the way I do it.
Look at that.
Look at this. He's just tacking it. You're not getting full penetration or nothing.
Look at the angle he's holding his torch,
Yeah.
man. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, you are a fucking idiot, Barry. Did ever put this video out and brag about this? You are a fucking idiot.
He's like putting like little BBs everywhere.
He ain't ran no bead. I mean, where's your bead at, dude? I mean, you put Are you welding sheet metal or are you trying to fucking fasten two pieces of metal together? I mean,
All right, get it up so you guys can see. There we go.
but we've done seen enough. I mean, and then
First of
only
all-
weld to one side. If you can only weld a little bit, you know what I mean? You would want to. First of all, you want to make sure that shit was clean. 'Cause that metal's all pocked up and shit. Anyway, you would fill in the end of it here. You would get on the back side underneath and weld it up. I mean, if you can't weld a good bead weld, you can't weld
Weld
a
a
good
lot.
weld a lot. You know? I mean,
Yeah, he's got like a fucking 3-inch gap that he's trying to fill in. And stabbing as close as humanly possible.
he's not pushing the torch, pulling the torch. He's just stuffing it in there. Just poking at it. You need to push it or pull it.
Wow, dude.
There ain't one bit of penetration there. I could smack that with a sledgehammer and that would fucking snap right off, dude. On God.
Where if you welded it good, it wouldn't budge.
And keep in mind, the point of them two, you have the tongue. The point of them two is to stabilize your trailer. So when you turn, it's like a spring, basically.
Keep everything level and true.
Yeah, well, no, it's fine if you're pulling straight, but once you turn or the trailer rocks, those are made to keep it from tipping, man. Is what that's fucking for. So if you had that, let's say they had that heavy loaded on the other side of the trailer and went around a fucking curve or hit a huge pothole, it could tip that trailer over. I mean,
let's see what it looks like.
Wow.
Some places penetrated, some places maybe not so much.
there
But
ain't
it's just a
one.
brace.
Where's the penetration?
And
What
so
do you mean?
Well, that
Where's
back
any
up, I
penetration?
got this for sale, and someone's going to buy it.
You don't think he's a
First thing they're gonna do
scammer?
is they're going to come look at it, and they see one of the trailing braces.
Listen to this.
On the ground. That's embarrassing. You know, I don't like to be embarrassed. So.
But you're little fucking girls. You have no fucking.
We got it over here
You're
with
always.
the bell on.
You're just embarrassed by your own self. You're a joke.
I mean, you would have put a tack on the front of it. You would have fucking.
We
He's
are
pathetic.
mechanics
He's
here.
just fucking
Between my
disgustingly
son and
lazy.
me, I feel that we are some of the, best between my son and me, we're some of the most skilled people. We can do anything. We can weld, We can run a chalk line,
Listen, I could outweld you or your son.
Without a doubt. I mean,
I learned from the best.
you're a fucking idiot, dude. I mean,
The guys I work with.
You think Barry Beamer wouldn't fuck somebody? I mean, his intentions in life is to take care of Barry Beamer. He will fuck everybody. I mean, he literally put people's lives at risk selling this trailer to somebody, not telling them about the shit.
I mean, fucking. The guys I learned from Rose Holman, they could outweld you.
You literally put
You
people's lives at
can't,
risk selling this
country
trailer.
boy,
without letting
you
people know.
can't survive, you can't stop me. I'm just going to continue
You
doing
don't care if that trailer
what I do.
flips over and smacks a car and kills 10 kids. You don't give two shits.
And what the fuck does being a country boy got to do with welding? Huh?
Well, you didn't know? The song goes something along the lines, I can run a trout line, I can weld a bead line, and
The fucking dude's so fucking retarded. Barry, you ain't no country boy either.
you're about as country
It's
as
anything
I
I want.
homie.
If I want to work on a road runner, if I want to work on a trailer,
Oh,
if I want
God.
to work on a quad, if I want to work on a Mustang, a tow truck, I'll work on whatever.
I've been watching you
I
for
want,
4
when
years. I
how
haven't
want,
seen anything get
and
done
where
in
I
4
want,
years.
You're a
and I'll do
poser,
it.
Barry.
And there you guys go. As I said,
You're a hoarder.
we do all our own work. We do,
So
our
does
own
everybody
video. We
else.
don't have anybody coming
They
in
don't
and
cry about it, talking about pain,
shooting
stretching,
it,
driving a welder.
sugarcoating it.
I mean,
If something breaks, it happens. You'll see it as it happens. It's not going to be edited and reversed and redone, so it looks like, hey, these guys are winners. We lose too. We win more than we lose, but
So let's get this straight. All YouTubers like me and all the other big time YouTubers that edit their stuff, we cut out all that bad stuff, huh? It's not like we all show that stuff. We edit our videos down so it's not so long, so it's not so drawn, so it's not so boring. Because Barry, you have to hook people within the first couple seconds of the video to get them to stay. Hence why I guarantee your click-off rate is outrageous.
well, unless I think a lot of people goes over here to watch him now. I think the majority of the folks that the
we
views he
lose
does
sometimes.
have
So
watch him because they want to see him look stupid. They
There you
want to
guys
see
go.
how he fucks up.
Well,
I mean,
one
they're
on
getting a
one.
kick out of his fucking
and what you
acting.
do is,
You know what I mean?
oh,
Like right there, he should have put a bead right there.
and we're going to run another bead,
I mean-
but we won't bore you with that. We'll do that off camera.
No, you realize how fucking ugly that weld looks, how unsafe it is, and we'll click off.
Well, what you
You
do is
got
you let
a
the
wire
weld
wheel.
cool
You didn't hit it with a
naturally.
flapper wheel or anything. I mean,
So that it'll stick, If you drop it down or throw, water on it, you're going to shock it. You're going to probably distort the weld, and probably it's not going to hold. So you want it to cool naturally. I found that out about welding. So you grind it with a with a wheel or a grinder.
So the welder itself don't make two pieces of metal stick, huh? It's the cooling process.
Wouldn't get a connection. And then you just weld the two pieces of metal together. You basically you're taking the MIG welder, the wire, and you're basically melting, trying to melt two pieces of metal, and
Barry, that's the point of fucking welding.
You can, of course, I had a little gap, but get as close as you can, and you just
listen. Okay, let's. It doesn't matter if you're welding floor pans, frame rails, fucking a pipe, whatever, or tube. What do they call it? Pipe
if
or
you're
tube?
A fitter, it's pipe. If you're a boilermaker like me, it's tube.
Whether it's pipe or tube, anything like that. If you have a gap, you want that gap to be as close as fucking possible. That way the welder's it's not fighting itself to try to weld those two pieces of metal together. You don't want a gap the size of the fucking Grand Canyon trying to shove wire in the hole to build up weld to attach the two. That's not how you weld. And Barry could have done this several different ways and got that gap closer to where it would have.
All you had to do is put a ratchet strap on the beam and a ratchet strap on the top of the trailer and ratchet it down.
It's pretty sad that a 25-year-old fucking kid knows more about welding, more about auto mechanic than you. When you've been doing it twice as long as me.
Poser, man. This is just a scam for you. This is just a YouTube video you don't care about.
Beaver,
all you want is a
right
check.
down in
you don't care about
where those two pieces of metal, and you fuse them together.
I mean,
and that's how you do it, guys.
It's a scam.
Welding 101. Check out our friends Actions Auto Parts, our buddies Jamie Phillips.
Listen, we're gonna go on to the next one. We're gonna do a couple more, but I want to point this out. Barry has scammed everything in his life, from his mom to his dad, to everybody and their brothers.
He is a grifter. Make no mistake about it. Barry Beamer, on God, I wholeheartedly believe he is a grifter, dude. And his grift is the underdog. Can't catch a break. Everybody always picks on me. It ain't fair.
And where
everybody fucking rips me off. I mean,
I would be willing to bet that when he sold this, he didn't say, "Hey, look, I had to weld this up. Go check out my video and make sure that that way you see what I've done. That way you know it's there." He probably told you, "Yeah, it's good to go. I bought it like this. I never touched it." That way when that breaks, he can think, "Well, I don't. I told you I didn't touch it."
He probably went and got a can of gray paint and sprayed over that shit, or white or whatever color that motherfucker is, just so it looked like it was like that.
Where anybody that was good-parted would
he was a decent human being, and you welded some shit like that. Even if you welded it right, I'd let him know I welded it. If it was me, I would have been like, "Hey, I patched this up. You might want to check it out, make sure you're happy with it." Because I wouldn't want that hurting a bunch of innocent people, man.
Think about it. If he went through this with a subdivision with little kids playing, turned the corner and that fucker broke off, they could fucking.
The tongue's still. I don't know how good tongue is underneath though. The tongue of the trailer's still there.
Oh, just by the rust.
That's not for fucking. That's to keep it stable. That's a balance, man. That's basically your tongue spring. Same on a car trailer, same on anything. It's not really a spring, but it kind of acts in the same principle as your tongue twists. Because your tongue twists when you turn. Your tongue twists one way, your trailer twists another way.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna move on to the next couple ones. So I don't do any more tonight. Oh fuck! Unless Barry puts out another video. Barry puts out a video today. We'll do a reaction later night to that one. But as we're seeing it, I figured daytime.
Check this rusted out hunk of shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do this one next and poke holes in this whole logic here. Anything you want to say there before we click off this one? About this welding? Get some fucking training. Should we send that book you got out there about welding?
Dude, you can't teach somebody like Barry. Barry Beamer doesn't knows it all. You know what I mean?
Thinks he knows it all, but knows nothing.
I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. I was like, what the? Oh. They stink that bad. Oh. And their clothes are probably all just ugh, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them. Now, we opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen. Yeah. Winnie! We've had somebody take parts off of it since it's been sitting there. Ooh. Yeah, they better be watching it. I catch anybody out here, I'm gonna shoot them. He just bought a grill, and I think the grill.
Is that why Ryan don't have a mom around? That's David. Yeah, you got your ass. I see what you know, Brian. You look like a walking amputation, baby. Not being embarrassed about it like that. Tell these motherfucking people what the fuck you mean by that. What do you mean by he looks like a walking cancer patient? What is your meaning behind that? So you can't say, oh, they're editing my shit, making me say these things. No, Barry. So I'm gonna jump off here, Barry. Let's prove you further, you're a piece of shit.
Attack him. I didn't do anything to him.
I know, but the language.
Anytime, boy! Anytime!
Come on, Dad, let's go. This is in the 70s, Dad.
Coward!
Scared me.
Come on, Dad, let's go.
Hey, it takes a bigger man to
He's got his camera off. Coward!
Kind of weird you want to fuck a 25-year-old.
What's your mouth?
Come the fuck on, motherfucker!
Sir, go on, please. Go on, there's a bunch of kids.
Please, Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Come on, Dad, come on.
You come to my show? You run your goddamn cocksuckers? Yeah, you, motherfucker!
Please, Dad. Come on, Dad. He's right. There's kids. Come on, Dad.
Attack him. I didn't do anything to him.
I know, but the language.
Anytime, boy! Anytime!
Come on, Dad, let's go. This is in the 70s, Dad.
Coward!
Scared me.
Yeah, kids. One beautiful mom over there. She looks really young.
$10 for that radio.
She might even be the mom. She might be the mom's other child. Beautiful lady, though. Beautiful girl. So here's what we're looking